there, friends of the internet. This is V. I hope you're having a positive and good day and staying well away from the Rona. So today, for this video, I'm going to be discussing touring a city for the first time, but when you have a limited amount of time. So that's exploring a city when you don't have that much time. So for instance, you've gone to a city for a work trip and you only had 4 days. 3 of those days are spent cooped up in a boardroom, and you only have a day or half a day left for exploring and finding out what the city is about. So this video is for you. Minor disclaimer though, what I'm going to discuss is probably more applicable in bigger cities. However, it is something that can stir you or, guide you towards planning out how you can maximize your time in any city really that you intend to travel to. Okay. And I guess this video also will be a little different because I won't be giving like heaps of tips. It's going to be like, I'm just going to tell you about what I've done in the past. So it's my personal experience traveling somewhere and I had minimal amount of time. So yeah, let's get to it. So before you go to any city, really, you should conduct a bit of research. Do a simple Google search of where you're gonna stay, which kinds of activities or sites you wanna visit. Find out maybe the distance between the methods of transportation in the city. That would best get you to where you stay and where you want to go easily and cost effectively. So for this particular video, I'm going to be talking about buying hop-on and hop-off tour bus tickets. Yes, I'm talking about those big red buses you see in big cities, the double-decker type with the tourists with the sunscreen and the hats and the umbrella. You guys, those things are actually very, very ideal when you have minimal amount of time. They save you so much time, so much money, so much effort, because when you're traveling and you don't have enough time, time is of the essence. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So the cool thing about these buses, I've actually used them severally in numerous cities. I've used them in Johannesburg, in Cape Town, Madrid, Paris. The good thing about them is they will take you to literally all your mainstream sites. I'm talking your Eiffel Tower, your Big Ben. They come with ferry options, as in your ferries are probably to certain locations are inclusive in the ticket. So for instance in London, I could get on the ferry on the river Thames, on the river in London. And I know in Cape Town you can, they have an option where you can go on the ferry to go to Robben Island, to the prison cell where Madiba, Nelson Mandela was imprisoned. You could go there using your bus ticket as well. So they're great in that sense. So they also the cool thing about them is they also take you to kind of like the less mainstream sites, like the stuff that a Google search just simply never optimizes, because you're driving. That's the cool thing, because you're driving to all these different places. You along the way kind of get to see like, oh, that looks like a cool eatery. Oh, look at that. Like, that looks like a good place to go turn up tonight. Like, you get to really know the city, the vibe. You like, sounds creepy, you people watch, and you kind of just, it allows you to kind of like take in everything, the essence of a city, because you can just see the hustle bustle and all these little things that I guess what you wouldn't quite see if you just kind of went straight to the location, because you're seeing every part of the city, the good, the bad, the ugly, the everything. I think that's one of the reasons these tours are pretty good. And also the cool thing about them is you can get to hop off a bus at will. So let's say, for instance, you're in London and you want to go see the Big Ben, you hop off at Big Ben to further explore it, I don't know. And then the cool thing about them is the buses come at a 10 to 15 minute frequency. So once you're done, you hop onto the next bus that comes along and you're off to your next site. So yeah, I mean, I would suggest that you just sit on the bus actually for the entire thing, depending on where you are. Maybe it could be 2 hours or something, but just sit and then see everything, and then you go back, make notes on, oh, I really liked how this place looked. Let me go back and explore that further. Just, that way you maximize on the stuff you really want to do than just hop off because everyone's taking a picture of the Eiffel Tower. Because sometimes you realize some mainstream locations are less iconic than you think. They're underwhelming. Sydney Opera House. But yeah, so you realize those things and you'd be like, oh, I'd rather go, look at that other thing that was not everyone's been to, or like I see a lot on the internet or whatever. So that's a good thing. So in terms of the buses that I've personally used, the bus I've personally used would be the big bus. So the cool thing about the big bus is it's there in a lot of big cities. I've used the big bus in London, in Paris, in Madrid. And the cool thing about them is they offer you discounts. So if you can get a discount if you buy the ticket, the bus tour ticket online. So you get not really sure about these percentages, but I'm just guesstimating. So I think it's like a 5% discount if you buy your ticket online over buying it by the bus, like a physical ticket. So you buy it online and then they send a little barcode, QR code thing onto your phone that you just kind of flash at the attendants when you get to the bus, and then they beep you in. Then you can pick your own seats. They have headsets which you can connect during the tour, and they kind of give you a history of the city, when the buildings were built, for what reason, like all these kind of interesting fun facts about the city in general. So you actually do get to learn a lot also. Another discount that they do offer is they do a 10 to 15% discount if you've used the tour bus in another city before. So let's say you've used it before in Paris. Next time you're in Madrid, you kind of use the receipt number or code when you make the next purchase, and it'll give you a 10 to 15% discount on the ticket that time because you've used them in another city. So yeah, they're good in that way. And so I think an example of a time that you guys can actually see for yourselves how effective the bus is through my video. So if you watch my video on Eurozone, so this is the one I posted several months ago I went to Netherlands, Belgium, France, and Finland. And the time, because I think I was in Europe, that was my first time in Europe, and I was only there for, I think it was 8 days, and I was trying to maximize my time there. So for Paris, we literally had, I think, 24 hours in Paris. So my friend and I got into Paris at around 7 p.m. in the evening, where we had our friend who was a local there at that time give us a bit of a tour. We had a nighttime tour. We had dinner near the Eiffel Tower. It was beautiful. The next day we were leaving at 5 p.m. So we needed to maximize our time. So the next day we woke up, caught the bus at 9 a.m. and took a tour on the bus for about 2.5 hours to 3 hours. We saw all of Paris. And then the cool thing is, because we spotted, we're oh, we want to go over there, that would be cool to explore later. Yeah, so when the tour ended, we're okay, let's go back and explore that place that we saw last time a couple of hours ago. And yeah, it was so fun, you guys. We got to see all these other places that we never thought Paris even had, because we're always sold Eiffel Tower, the Louvre and whatnot. So yeah, it was cool in that sense that we saw a lot more of Paris, and we were able to be oh, let's go back there. And honestly, no regrets, you guys, because even after now when we went back to Paris individually, we were able to be like, oh yeah, I remember seeing this place last time. So it would be, you know, pretty cool to go explore there now, you know? And we didn't, and that way you kind of just don't repeat offend places also. So yeah, go watch that video. You'll see a lot of it is like, you know, probably 60% of it. At least the Paris part is very like, you know, on the bus. We're just on the bus just because that's how we did it. Like it was awesome, and we saw everything that we wanted to see and even more, to be honest. Yeah, so this has been my video on tips on how to maximize your time in a city when you don't have enough time. And I hope it's been useful. And as always, stay safe and let's flatten that curve, people. Later.